Joining us live now is the former Brisbane Mayor, Graham Quirk. Graham, good to see you. Thanks for your time this morning. So what do you make? Just to elaborate on that point, how you said that you were blindsided by this shadow review. Presumably you didn't know that was going on. What do you think is behind that?
Well, clearly, Peter, we were advised that the government didn't have an appetite for a new stadium. They then obviously were looking for Plan B. They knew we were going to be recommending a new stadium. The panel was unanimous in terms of that view. And there were clear evidence and findings as to why we did present that recommendation. However, as I say, largely driven by, in their view, cost of living. They didn't want to be seen to be building something new and shiny, perhaps, and so therefore started to do preparations for going down a different track. All I was saying yesterday was that the panel weren't aware that that was happening. Sorry,
Graham. Yeah, I mean, did you feel undermined? It's almost as if they knew that your findings wouldn't be to their liking.
Well, it's up to the government to do what they want to do. We were engaged to do a job. We did that on the basis of it would be a genuinely independent set of recommendations, and we did that faithfully. But at the end of the day, elected governments can do what they will.
Sure. No, you're right. No, but the government is all at sea. First of all, it pushed for the GABA. Then it did a U-turn on that. Then it's done your review. Now it's going another way. It's been shambolic at best. Can all of this be righted in your opinion?
Well, it has to be. That's the reality, because this is a once-in-a-century opportunity that we have. Lots of time people look at the costs. Can I just say that every recommendation that we made as a panel will have a long-lasting legacy for Queenslanders. There will be a use of those facilities for 2 weeks for the Olympic and Paralympic Games, but every one of the facilities we've recommended are about legacy and are about benefit to Queenslanders. So in terms of a new stadium, a government of some sort is going to have to build a new stadium over the next decade or so. And so that's why we've recommended it. Let's do it in time for the Olympic and Paralympic Games.
Yeah, look, I mean, Graham, I grew up going to the GABA. I also went out to Nathan to watch the early day Broncos as well, but that's another matter. And, the GABA in particular, it's the icon of Brisbane, southeast Queensland, even Queensland itself. And as you reported, and I read your report, it's reaching the end of its life. Now, we know that your preference was Vic Park, but was this an opportunity missed when it comes to the GABA? Because, as we said there, it's only got, 6-7 years left in its life.
Yeah, well, that was our view. You might as well, rather than try and keep patching it up, it's never going to be a Tier 1 stadium, even with a full rebuild. So that's why we felt a greenfield site was the best way to go, to put us up there, make us competitive with the rest of Australia, because we are missing events now. We're missing because of the high costs of servicing the GABA, and also the just the limitations that it has. So I think, Carl, at the end of the day, Peter, at the end of the day, we need to try and get to a stage where a new facility is in place. But at the end of the moment, the government's got to make that decision.